What is going on, everyone? We are here for week 5 of the Porsche Cup Fixed track guide series. This week we're at Watkins Glen Cup layout. It's an awesome little circuit. Done a lot of racing here with the NASCAR Cup series and Xfinity cars over the years. So to drive it in a Porsche will be a bit of fun, actually. So I'm looking forward to this. I hope everybody's racing's been going really well this season. We're at week 5 now, so we're nearly at that halfway point. Let us know how you're going. Hey, if these videos have been helping you, it would be awesome to hear. And then yeah, let's fire into Watkins Glen in the Porsche 992 Cup car. Alright guys, so now we're going to break down the lap. So as you come down into turn 1, you want to be as close to the edge of the road as possible, braking just before the 200 metres. And then as you come down the hill, especially with this car because of how easy it is to pinch your front brake and slide through the corner. So you want to make sure you're just before that 200 metre board. And then set yourself up. And then I turn in quite early here because I want to get inside the camber of the road. So I'm actually turning in probably about 4 to 5 poles from the end of the fence. And then as you turn in, I want you to get both tyres on the right hand side of the car up on the curb. This will give the car extra rotation. Then as it comes off, it's going to land and it's going to start to rotate. You are going to push wide. But as long as you don't go past, I find the concrete line is a really good marker here. So you can go a smidge further, but I feel like this is keeping it within the track limits and there's no issues. To be honest, I feel like it's on the bubble of being slightly slower. You're carrying more mid-corner, but I feel like when you're on the curb, the car doesn't drive as well, so you're actually losing a little bit of speed. So this is your limit. Like, don't go past the concrete strip on the back of the curb, but I kind of feel like if you can get the car in this sort of position, you'll actually be faster. It's got a bit better grip sort of thing. So I sort of line up with the crease in the road, but I'm just sort of giving you guys both examples of where you can go to. Then you start plucking the gears. So you get down to 3rd gear through that corner, then start plucking the gears up the hill. Now this one's a flat corner. You want to make sure that when you're coming up the hill that you're close to the curb. I'd say stay off the curb because it can upset the balance of the car. And you want to follow it right up to the escape road. And then once you get to the escape road, you start to turn the other way gently. Still flat through the gears. And then you want to clip the curb just as you're sort of in line with the spotter's tower. So you want to sort of be like just past it. Sort of more in line with the little sign on the fence. But yeah, that way you're sort of nearly at the point where the track's open. So you'll be 5th gear through here, full noise, come diagonal across, get as close to the catch fence as possible, right up against the curb, wrap the car around the corner, let the car track out to the left hand side of the road. and start to set yourself up for the braking marker. And you're looking for the 3 board. So right here is where you'll start to brake. Nice big brake pressure, back to 4th gear from 6. And diagonal the car in. And you want to get, when you come in, you want to get as close to this fence as possible. So like use about this much curb. The car's going to bounce over this butt, so you be prepared for it. So you want to make sure your wheel is as straight as possible for you to attack the next part of the curb. So you come through the first one. Quite a bit of curb through the second one. Tap the brake in the mid corner to get it to rotate, then pick the throttle up. More curb over this one. And then quite a lot of curb here. Land off the escape road. I stay quite shallow through here. And I want to start to get the car to turn in. And I'm sort of trailing the brake through this whole part until I get to this flag marshal hut. So just here, once I get to that, I'm on the throttle, full noise out of the corner. But when you get there, you want to make sure you're as close as the curb as possible. So then when you get to this point, you'll be able to pick the throttle up, carry the speed right around the bottom of the curb till you start to get to the motel sign. Then you can start to wind steering lock off of it. The car's going to slide over the back of this curb. You can use all of this area here. As long as you're back on the track by the grass, you're fine. So you just got a lot of exit road there to really use. Then you run down into the last corner, you're 5th gear. So brake just after the 300, so about 250-ish roughly. Now with 6th gear, you can go either 5th or 4th through here. I prefer 4th. It just gives the car a little bit extra rotation. And then I run 4th through the final, but you can go 5th and then shift between the final two, the second last corner and the final corner and go back to 4th as well. So nice and close. I turned in at the 100 meter board. So right here I start to turn the car. 4th gear, rotate the car in, clip the curb halfway through the corner. So at this point here, sort of in line with the last tree I sort of aim for. That way I know I'm going to get a pretty good exit from this point here. Car's going to slide, especially in the rear. It moves quite a lot towards this curb. And then you're going to start to turn towards the left-hand side of the track again. You're looking for... I use the pit entry line as sort of, it's not a brake marker because I'm braking a little bit earlier than it, but it's sort of like my setup line, if that makes sense, because I know once I get to there and you'll see the bitumen starts to crest out here, that's sort of like my turn-in point, because you want to turn in nice and early here. And then once you get to the apex, which is here, you aim for the monster sign, the car's going to track all the way to the edge of the road. Use all the circuit and run it down. And there you go, guys. That is your walkthrough lap of the Watkins Glen Cup layout in the Porsche Cup car. And yeah, good luck for this week's racing, and we will see you next week for week 6. Thanks, guys.